This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the oxen, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the pause. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who is involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Had it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. Be all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the 50s like hate it or love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apologies, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Coming up, we've got what should between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. On the counter, Etienne. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the...
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Darnold on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Faking the give, Darnold. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
He takes this one down first right away to the 30. 25 yards, the pick up there, also a first down. 29-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Give him the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling. The hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When with no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it down to the 28.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Play action now. Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. The Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled in.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call them ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Play fake. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. And he is Isabella. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Za'Darius Smith able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. 3rd and long. It's Darnold. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play action, Darnold. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Darnold. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Two-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good. They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 70 yards. The Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. You don't want to. No, but let me finish. Okay, my bad. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he's thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now? Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now, what you're rooting. And it'll be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look at their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking. I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A first down throw for Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 4 touchdown passes there in the afternoon. The Vikings come right out of the locker room and score in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. ETN. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to go up top again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, there's two sides to this coin. We got one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. And his defense hacking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He really has get this confidence, actually put him out of the game. So you have to know your play, you have to know the situation.
They go play action. Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you're calling for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows...
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce from 19 yards away. And the Colts take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Cousins throw here, taken in by Isabella.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. and long for Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On play action, Cousins. This one into the hands of Thielen. And he goes down, but again, it's inside the 25. That's probably 30 yards. This one not quite as bad, but still over 20. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. And now here's another interception. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. To be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame. But it's something right there instead of the 3rd quarter. It'll take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. On 3rd down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
And here's Ryan Wright now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. to throw, Darnold. Looking for Campbell downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. Darnold now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Woods. Touchdown, Colts. Jelani Woods. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota.
53 yards.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go up.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st down, it's Darnold.
And he's got Pierce. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
22. Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And this one too low. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On second down, Cousins again. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A game there of 30 moments.
No doubt in this passing game, they've been really well machined throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Throwing, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Za'Darius Smith, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Lewis Cine, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And it's a fumble. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth.
It's an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On the carry, it's Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Darnold. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
Darnold to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Cousins here to throw. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One last throw now for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held. What a performance. The offense